We're live. It took a little while, but I think we are officially live and streaming all over the place. If you have been wanting to learn about how to generate more online traffic, guess what? You're in the right spot. I've got some powerful strategies that today we're just going to do a really quick overview so that we can help you get your business to the next level and take away some of this worry or that feeling of being stuck in a rut. So, if you happen to come with me live today, drop a live, let me know that you are here. If you come back on the replay, tell me you are on replay. But this is the thing when it comes to your business, whether it's a brick and mortar building or your business is strictly run online, you've got to find ways to generate traffic so people know about you and your awesome service that you provide. But to do that, you've got to know a couple little tactics to do it. So, give you a quick background on me. I've been doing events and marketing for over 2 decades. I've owned my own agency for 18 years now. Since the COVID thing, I had to migrate from in person events and marketing to more digital. And through all of the trainings, guess what? I share that with all of you regularly. So if you are not following us on Facebook or following me on YouTube, do it. Do it, do it, do it, because I'm going to try to give you helpful information based on experience. So I started my agency in 2005. We've done everything from producing events to designing events for clients. My agency scaled really fast. I started doing regular segments on ABC 12. We had entertainment, aerial performers, all these crazy things that went all over. And then when COVID happened, the magazine I produced, we had to start doing more digitally, right? Let me make sure my audio is working over here a second. Make sure I've got everything in check. But anyhow, through that, I ended up acquiring more skills tied to podcasting and videos and all these different things. And it was an amazing adventure. And the one thing that I learned is, as business owners, we have to be willing to adapt to be able to grow. And it all comes down to taking baby steps. And I've had to do that regularly throughout my 18 years of owning my own agency. And I'm still learning, you guys. Even right now, we are on the biggest technology wave that we've seen since the internet was invented through what's coming out of AI, and it's going to continue to become more intense. And that's why the past couple of weeks, I've been sharing these trainings with you to help you get prepared. And this little slide here, this is just, the quick overview of Marketing 101. What are you doing? You've got to get your leads to come to you somehow. And often people will use a lead magnet. If you didn't see that training that I did from 2 weeks ago, let me know. Drop lead magnet in the comments and I can come back and give you that link. But getting into like the basic format of, a strategy of what you're putting out there in the universe is having your offer, knowing what it is that you're selling. The second step is how are you going to sell it? And then the third step is taking action. Today, we're going to talk about the take action. Over February, we did a training that was creating an offer. We did another training that's on defining your strategy. You can find all of those in our Facebook group. So understanding these basics will help you before you even jump into, growing your business. So one of the number one things to know right now is that, video, it's a powerhouse to help you win big. And the reason why is because you have the ability to repurpose, recycle, recreate stuff that you're going to make from your video. And this is, believe it or not, important for what we're going to talk about with traffic, because you only have 24 hours in a given day. Even with all of the staff and buzz and whistle tools, you've got to find ways to work efficiently so you're not repeating work. So this is the short format strategy right here. Create a video, transcribe it so you can use it for blogs, your website, all your fabulous content, and then take the video and create short snippet videos. And the short snippet videos, those little 30-second to 3-minute short videos, depending on which platform you're posting it to, will determine the length of time you should have. But those videos are key for generating new traffic. And later on, I'm going to show you this really simple formula that will help you understand what kind of video you should use and when you should use it. And that includes doing these little short videos so that you can generate new traffic. It's pretty simple. So, hey, Chef Leroy, how you doing today? Thanks for coming by. Happy Thursday. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Not beautiful like yesterday. Yesterday in Michigan, I think we hit 72. It was pretty cool. I was digging it. So, all right, going in a little bit further, we've got a lot of cool stuff that we're going to cover today. And I hope that you take one of these things and apply it to your business. Now, when I was talking to you about, let's see if I can get center on this little camera. When I was talking to you a minute ago about video, there's really like 3 different format sizes. You got short, medium, and long. And each of them have a unique purpose. So your long format could be for educating, indoctrinating, but if somebody doesn't know you and they're just coming by your page or your group or your profile, they might not want to dig into a 45-minute long video. But if you had a little short clip of something spectacular from that long format video, you might pique their curiosity to come get to know you a little bit better. So you got to understand this as we move into creating all of this awesome content. Now, this is the screen that I really want to share with you guys. If you want, take a screenshot of this. But when it comes to all of these different things that you can do, you should know, why are you doing it? So often you'll hear different coaches that'll say, go post on TikTok or YouTube or do a reel or do a short. But each of them actually has a purpose in your marketing strategy. So it's important to know this so you can identify, well, what's my goal? Okay, well, then I'll use this tool. Just like if you're working on your car and you've got to change your tire, you're not going to say, give me the jar of windshield fluid. It has nothing to do with the tire. Yeah, it has to do with the car, but it doesn't fit. So understanding this can help you achieve your goals. So go through those, memorize this, understand it. And right now, everything with TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, the shorts are on fire. And Facebook had even made an announcement. I shared this with you guys a few weeks ago that they had done testing with the reels from pushing it high in the algorithm. They liked what they saw. They're going to continue to focus on that. So you know that they're going to have more emphasis on reels and shorts. So what does that show you about your business? Like, what should you maybe do? Maybe do some reels. That would be smart if you want to get some new people. Shorts are a little bit different, like your stories, because it's about nurturing those relationships with people you're already in friends with. So understand that it can help you a lot. Now, this part, you guys, we're going to go through this really quick. I'm going to share 12 strategies that you can use to help generate more traffic. And we're going to talk about what's the purpose of each of them. We're going to go really fast, but don't worry. At the end, I'm going to show you a website you can go to sign up, and I will email you this little cheat sheet playlist of all 12 strategies. Okay. All right. So let's dig in. And Leroy said, I'm good, my friend. It's fabulous. It's, It's one of these vortexes right now in Michigan where we're literally getting hit with all the seasons within a 24-hour period. So today, I had to snuggle up with I brought my little blanket to work today because I'm just cold. I can't seem to warm up. But anyhow, okay, give me 1 second, you guys. My crazy cat scratching at the door. I gotta let him out. Hold on. Yeah, I hear you. They hear you too. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, that cat will not stop meowing until if he wants out of the room. But he normally hangs out. Let me see if I can show you. See that window right there? He normally hangs out right in my little window sill and checks out all the wildlife activity. It's even in the dead of winter, so I always have fresh air in my room. Do you guys have a dog or a cat? Anyhow, this is the first time it's going on now over a few years, but that we haven't had a dog for like 25 years. So it's strange, but I'm digging this cat. He's not one of those affectionate ones, but he's very vocal. And anyhow, all right. You ready to dig into it? You want to know these 12 strategies? Do you want to know? If you want to know, say I want to know. Okay. I'm going to tell you. All right, so digging in, here we go. Okay, so 12 strategies that'll help you rock. Number one, search engine optimization. The benefit is it's free. It's absolutely free, but it can be time consuming and it takes time to get results. It could be months, but it has long-term life. So understanding that can help you really be able to figure out, what are products and services or things that are tied to your industry that are long-term sort of content, right? So not necessarily the events and stuff like that, that's great. But if you specialized in, let's say, landscape services, you did poison ivy control, you could take your website, start doing blogs that are talking about, treatment for poison ivy, hey, how to determine if it is poison ivy. What are things that people are searching online that you can create content for? So when they start searching it, your stuff is popping up. And this is about consistency and building out that website or that blog so that it's really enriched with SEO, optimized like with words and things in the background. This is one of those things that maybe some people that are constantly go, 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 they're not stopping to look at, wait, did I optimize my website, my blog? Are all of those things in place so I can have long-term searchability? Now on Facebook, it's not really long-term searchability. It's sort of stacked on each other. There's different ways that you can get to the information, but it's not like Google or YouTube or your blog, these different places that are going to search and crawl, throughout like a whole spider web to find information relative to what the person typed in. So understand that can help you really lean into what's the long-term vision for your business and how are you going to get there. All right. And then pay-per-click, which is basically advertising, and this could be Facebook ads or, pay-per-click for like Google, but it's consistent traffic. It's fast. You can become very targeted with keywords. And the truth is, ads are going to have quick impact and it requires, optimizing your ads and refreshing it, but it's going to be faster than the organic way, but it's going to cost you money. But content creation costs you money too. It could be your time or people that you have to hire to do these things. So understand that can help you really get on track. And content marketing, that's really, I would say, sort of like my specialty is content marketing. And there's so many benefits to leaning into content marketing. It builds your brand authority, it creates trust, it helps you attract your audience in an organic way. And I'm going to tell you, this is one of the things that's unique about organic versus paid ads. The organic, it's like the sphere of people that have gotten to know you, they've invested in you. It's a natural relationship. They're going to stick around longer versus an ad that comes in and out. So one's kind of like casual dating, and the other one's long-term relationship. You can think of it like that. But organic is powerful, and it can be used to support activities like your SEO that we were just talking about, and so many other things too. So just, keep that in mind. And the next one is social media marketing, which this is where a lot of people focus a lot of their time, or this is what they think digital marketing strictly is getting out there, giving your brand some visibility, popping up with some cool posts. And it is important because if it creates that sense of community, it fosters an environment where people can get to know each other. And it's a long-term sort of rollout, but it can be unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen with the engagement. There's been times that I've had pages, that go, really high in engagement. And then sometimes on that same page, posts don't. So you have to be sensitive to that and realize it's not the only format for connecting with people online. And another one that a lot of us are neglecting is email marketing. In fact, I want a lot of you may not be aware, we are about to go through some big changes the beginning of April because there's a lot of new requirements that Gmail and Yahoo are starting to roll out to get rid of some of the spam problems that we have. So you're going to want to make sure that your account is compliant and that you're up to snuff so that you don't have any hiccups, right? Because when your email goes down, it's not necessarily something enjoyable when you can't get your content out to your targeted market. So being proactive in advance and making sure, do you have your DNS, everything is connected? Is it up to date? Are you following what are the new requirements for Google? And in fact, there's also going to be a big cleanup on websites, and we'll save that topic for another time because we're going to get into too much tech talk, and I still have quite a few things I want to show you. But email marketing is incredibly powerful, and in fact, the point of social media should be for you to get that contact information, their email, their phone number, so that you can build your own list. Because when you're on social media, that is rented space. But when they are on your email list, they are officially your contact, your lead. So consider that as you're figuring out what are all the components you're going to do. Another super powerful one, affiliate marketing. And the cool thing about this is it's performance based. So you're only going to pay out if a sale is generated. So it comes down to you finding who are the right partners for you to work with, who are the right little, individuals that are going to have the same values as you, that are super excited to represent your product or service. And it does help you get your voice out there a little bit further. So if you don't know what an affiliate is, it's basically a commission where someone recommends a product, good, or service. After a client purchases that, a business or individual is paid a commission for that. So how can that benefit you is pretty simple. You can literally have a whole army of affiliates that are out there that are selling your product, your good, or your service. So instead of you, one person going out there and trying to do it, you might have 5, 10, 50, 100, 1,000 affiliate people that are dropping your link and sharing it across the whole world. So, but that's going to be up to you to find out, well, what are the incentives to get people to sell it? Is it a commission? Is it sometimes it could be even different ways that you help them level up in your company, to get a free something or access to something based on them bringing in that referral. So just consider that because it can be a powerful way for you to get your company out there more and not having to do it all on your own. And then another one, influencer marketing, which could be like you hiring somebody to go out and talk about your product, your good or service. And it's like we'll call it the pseudo organic way. It's not necessarily ads, but what you're doing is you're asking that person to go to their community and you're paying them upfront versus the affiliate upfront to go out there and to boost about how wonderful your company is. It can be very expensive, but depending on the influencer, it can have incredible results. But you want to make sure you're in alignment with that business, that they represent your company in a way that is reflective of what you want out there, right? Because they're toting your brand. Double check that you like their brand also. And this is one of my favorites. We were talking about it before. I believe that this is a central hub for marketing in 2024, and that's video marketing. So the whole point is it allows you to do storytelling. You can convert it into a podcast, into a blog, into shorts. So it can easily be multi-purpose. But on top of that, video has great engagement. It is a preferred content format on different social media platforms. And, there's a lot of cool things that are going to need video for you to level up your marketing, whether it's your funnels or your, email sequence, embedding videos and promotions and demos and educations. Um, Video is powerful, but you've got to be willing to bring it into your company to level up and reap all of those benefits, And that's another one. I don't know how many of you are comfortable going off your platform and going to other ones, but another strategy is guest blogging. And this includes bringing in backup links. It's a great way for you to be able to expand your audience and really lean into another community somebody has built. So it has a lot of different opportunities and it can be challenging at times. But the incredible part is it's somebody who's already created a community that has an audience that is active and engaged. And by you going over as a guest, it's like their little validation to say, yeah, this guy or this gal's pretty good. You should check them out. And there's nothing like when somebody else refers you versus saying, I'm fabulous, listen to me. If you go to somebody else's platform and they bring you on, and let's say that you have, an opportunity to really connect with their community, it feels safer, it feels comfortable. And those are important things. You want people to feel comfortable, to get to know you a little bit more so that they can get to know your business. And speaking of which, this is where webinars and live events are phenomenal opportunity for people to get to know you, your business, how you can serve them. And it's a wonderful way to start to prepare and build authority and create trust. But the thing is with webinars and live events is it takes time, whether it's building the presentation or let's say that you have a huge promotion built around this webinar or this event. You have funnels to build, you have all of the strategies that we're talking about that you need to be able to promote that live event or that webinar. Funnels, you got to do emails, you got to go out there and network and get the word out. It takes time. And then to even do like the follow up after the webinar to help close the sale. And this can become one of those things that takes, easily a week. It could be a month or longer to prepare for these online events. But the impact is incredible. And it does allow you to literally touch all the strategies that we've been talking about. And over time, that really becomes powerful because now you're able to repurpose all of this content and repeat the cycle, using that content to help build up your authority, build up trust, build up community. It takes time. Just like if you're starting any kind of relationship, it takes time to build those things and create them. And this is one, PR and media outreach. This is one that a lot of the online community really neglect to talk about. But if you're a marketing pro, like if your background is rooted in marketing for business, you know this. If you don't know this and you worked in marketing, well, I mean, maybe it was a different niche, but if you're working in marketing and it's coming to generating traffic and awareness, PR is one of the most powerful ways to make it happen. And why? Because it's free. And you've got a third party source who's credible saying how awesome you are. Instead of you saying, look at my great product and service, no, you have the media out there reporting about how wonderful your product and service is. Do you see how there's a difference between you saying, my product is great versus having a news report, whether it's on TV or in print or whatever, versus having them say, look at this accomplishment from this business. This is what they did, A, B, and C. There's a difference when you have a third party, especially media or somebody that has established credibility. I say that very loosely when it comes to legacy media with credibility. But in terms of your business, there is a different impression when they're talking about how wonderful you are. And that's why PR, they literally become your partners to help you get your voice out there. And it can get to different heights of reach because they have different things in place. They also have all of their social platforms and all of their little leveraged areas to get their voice out. And then they're bringing you into it to say, this person's business does A, B, and C. It's pretty cool. But the thing is there's no guarantee with coverage. You might send a press release. They might come. They might not. There's some cool strategies I have for my clients, though, to show them how to follow back up with the media. And it does require having a compelling story. If you go with the avenue of PR, it can't be about, oh, I'm so great, I'm so wonderful. That doesn't sell, nor does it sell on digital media. But what it should pull out is a sense of what's newsworthy, meaning what's something that is an accomplishment, a bit of knowledge, something that's exciting that can help other people with their business to be able to win big. And it is one of the most powerful ways to get exposure. In fact, I'm going to give you an offbeat example. I wasn't planning on saying this, but 2 weeks ago, Chick-fil-A had, something was wrong with was it like the Polynesian sauce or something? So there was a press release that went out. It was everywhere. I saw it everywhere on social media. And it wasn't Chick-fil-A that was sending it. Not one of these posts was from Chick-fil-A. It was from like local news, some newspapers, different groups. They're talking about discard the Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce. And I think it was because it didn't say something about nut allergies or something along that line. And by the end of that day, like over 2 days' time, I must have seen at least 10 pieces of content about the Chick-fil-A sauce. I didn't even know about Polynesian sauce until I kept seeing these things pop up, right? But I know it wasn't intentional, but I sometimes wonder if these businesses Did they do this on purpose? Because you can't pay for media like that. It was everywhere. They didn't pay for it. Everybody was talking Chick-fil-A. And in fact, even little memes started breaking out about Chick-fil-A. That's powerful. That's powerful. Now, I know it was for a public service announcement, so you don't want to get grimy and do stuff like that. But I do think that some corporations do that sometimes. Like, how do you get a little pulse in there? And the thing is with PR over time, this is going to sound so counterintuitive, but it's true. Most people forget what was the bad thing associated with like a news piece on something, but then they'll remember the name. So even if you ever have something bad that pops up in the media, just remember it'll build up your name and eventually they'll forget the bad stuff. I guess it depends on how just how bad the stuff was that you did, right? So what did you say? Chef Leroy wrote, I'm looking at adding 6 blogs to update my website. The question is, can I add links and paste them into that practical blog? Okay, so I assume when you say 6 blogs, you're meaning 6 posts. I wouldn't do 6 separate blog pages. That's a lot. That's a lot. But if you were doing 6 different blog posts, yeah, definitely include links. In fact, links are very powerful for your marketing, whether it's you bringing in other people's link onto your website, and then the real doozy that's powerful is if you can get somebody else to put your website link on their page, their back end links. And Google looks at these things and it sort of builds up, well, what's the credibility of this website, right? So, but yeah, links are super powerful. It's different than Facebook. You know, like when we talk about Facebook and YouTube, they don't like, like the Facebook thing does not want you taking people off of Facebook. So dropping outside links, not desirable. But on your blog, super hot because it can help you kind of build these little legs that you need, your little SEO muscles, right? So yeah, get in there and do your optimization with like they call it long tail keywords. And this is what it means. So a lot of times in like your metadata, which is a section in your website, you'll have a section for like your metadata description, which is an overview about what it's about. And then you have keywords. So when somebody goes to Google, like let's say that it was for, we'll do the landscape stuff again, like poison ivy control. If somebody just types in poison ivy control or poison ivy removal, that's great. They might pull up some stuff. But then if they get into a long tail keyword, like let's say that you're dealing with poison ivy, you might type something like how to remove poison ivy, right? It's a long tail, how to remove poison ivy, or even getting specific like poison ivy removal, Port Huron, Michigan, right? Those become specific things that somebody might type into Google to search for it. So remembering that when you're doing these things will help you really beef up your SEO and get the right people in there. And, people will go, you'll see some SEO experts that will get to the point that, with their content that they're putting out there, they make it where it's so SEO enriched, so Google will find it. But then the human factor sucks. That's not, to me, okay, you ranked high. It's great. Yay. You got the click. Yay. Did you put trash in there so that the bots can get it? Or when somebody finally goes through all those steps, they type that, Google gives them a listing to your blog or your website. They go in and they read it. Is it trash robot talk? Or are you creating content that's going to really connect with a human and not just be optimized for SEO? remember this because it's no different than the vanity numbers that we talk about on Facebook of you might have small numbers or whatever platform, small numbers, but are those numbers converting? I would rather have smaller viewing audience that converts versus a large audience with and it's not converting. It all takes time, but just, those are some things to consider. All right, so last one. Podcast. Super powerful, high credibility. It has a wide reach for you to be able to connect with people. And, there's no guarantee that everyone's going to see it, but there's no guarantee with anything. And it can be a lot of fun because this is where you can get into long format content, where you can get into storytelling and really building these relationships. And, now they've got, like YouTube's version of a podcast with video. So there's now video with podcast, but there's a lot of cool things that you can do. And if you want to get this little strategy list that I have for you, go to elizabethmorosco.com. Sign up right at the top of the website, and you'll see that there's a place for you to download or to sign up for that little cheat sheet. So go do that really quick. It's something that'll be really helpful. But one last thing that I just wanted to offer you too is, if you're to the point that you want to start implementing these traffic strategies to get more leads, come work with us. We have an incredible program that brings all of those strategies together under one roof for you to be able to access and have a lot of the workload taken away from you. So you're not worrying about it. And it could be things like, your videos, your lead magnet, your funnel, all of those things that you need to be able to have a strong digital presence, we have available for you in the Kudos package. And it's just a great way for you to be able to do these things in a professional way without trying to do it all on your own. It's hard. It's hard. But this becomes an extension of your marketing team by you coming and working with us. And, it all takes time. So why do it alone? Come work with me. Let me be your marketing assistant, whatever you want to call me, and give you the tools to really be able to level it up. But right now is the time for you to go in and do a traffic check to find out, do you have your lead magnet set up? Are you doing things on your social media and website to really be able to bring in new people and bring some more excitement? Whoops, wrong screen. There we go. But yeah, if you want to learn more and you want to get serious about your marketing and you don't want to do it on your own anymore, go over to kudosjourney.com/leads. They have an amazing package available just for you that can help you make all of those things happen without you feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or stuck in a rut. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy because we keep thinking, oh, I'm going to keep doing all of these things on your own. And sometimes there's not enough time. Sometimes you just don't have the one little tidbit of knowledge to accomplish that task. When you work with our team, we're going to help you avoid being stuck, to have momentum, to have the right tools and resources for you to be able to win big. And it becomes fun too when you have a team that's working behind you and with you. So you're not trying to do it all alone. What is Chef Leroy right? Oops, let's go over here. Oop, oop. Keyword blog, health, wellness, gardening. It is best to have an administrator for each blog. However, what if I don't want them in my back office? Um, it's going to depend on what software you're using. There's some software where you don't have to give them all of your credentials. So it's kind of hard for me to answer that. Um, so twofold, like number one, creating your content. You could have them create it and upload it into your Google Drive or email it to you, and then you could upload it to your Google Drive or into your blog. That's one food for thought. And we should talk too, because I have a couple of blogs in addition to, I mean, you guys see me come out here and I talk about digital marketing and stuff like that, but I have a couple of others. One that's focusing on gardening also, called Dandelion's Grace. I don't know if you've seen that. And then another one that's focused on events, like in person events, which is kind of cool, and a couple of other ones, but we don't need to get into all that. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting time in the next couple of years, but even in just the next couple of months of what we're going to see happening with AI and the way that we're able to create content. Now, one of the things that I want to forewarn all of you, if you take nothing out of this whole entire time that we hung out today, I really want you to hear this, is when it comes to your content creation, and a lot of people are doing this right now, where they're just running to Chat GPT and they're saying, write me a blog article, 500 words about this topic, and they're taking it and they're slapping it right into their blog. You're getting away with it right now, but I'm telling you, stop. Stop right now. And I want you to reverse the way that you're using AI. So it should look more like, here's a beautiful blog article that you've written. You feed it into AI and say, how do you improve the SEO or the content or the flow or the readability of this article? And then have it refresh it, clean it up, run it through Grammarly. That way you're creating original content. This is key right here. Remember these two words, original content. That's where all the focus is going to be for the rest of 2024. So crap in is not going to get anything. Crap in, crap out. You don't want to do that. And provide high value, quality content that is unique, just like the news, brings up the newsworthy, something that's worth people investing their time to read or to watch your video. So remember this, because this will be key for everything that they're doing right now, not like in a couple months. They're doing it right now on Google. And we're already seeing some of these websites that had, and blogs, they had content up there for a long time, but a little bit spammy, a little bit gross. And now Google is going through and they're cleaning all of these up. And you're literally able to see. I'll come back next week and I might do a training on AI and some of the things that are starting to evolve with Google. And they're basically deplatforming people, which is even worse than being shadow banned on social media. What that means is that you're not searchable on Google. It's done, it's over. So unless somebody goes directly to your website, they will never find it. So protect what you're building. Don't allow people to come into your car with muddy boots, right? You're not getting in my car. You're stomping that off, right? Don't let them get into your blog with muddy boots. We want it all cleaned up. So what did you say? Great idea. Have them email content. Brilliant. Yeah. Or even throw it into a Google Drive, because they can share that folder with you. And after a while, and I only know this because I've published a magazine since 2013. So when you're doing all this great content, this is the thing. It can start to get overwhelming in your email of, where was this article? Where was that? But if you have one folder in your Google Drive, and one folder I have that's called draft copy of an article, after it has been edited and perfected, it goes into a different folder that's called final copy. And I actually have another one that's called edit in progress, so that I know the original document, I know a work in progress, and I can watch it, because and especially when you're doing a lot of intense content creation, you're going to have a lot of edits, a lot of reviews, so it can get overwhelming. But you might want to just consider possibly the idea of doing the Google Drive. All right. Oh, you use AI every day. All right. Me too. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Which apps are you using? There's so many out there. Claude. I'm using Groove AI right now. I'm loving it. They're doing some powerful things. And in fact, as soon as I get done with this stream here, I've got to go watch this Groove video because I think that they have now integrated. I have Groove CM, which I use for my funnels, websites, emails, blah, 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 all this stuff. But then I have Groove AI, which is a user interface front that you can use all these different AI programs. Well, now I think they're getting ready to merge it together, which is going to be incredibly powerful. So I'll be able to write a blog in AI, and then automatically right after the blog is done, it's going to get submitted into Groove. Like I don't have to copy and paste and blah 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 blah. It's done. Like click of a mouse. So I think that they're going to be rolling that out here pretty soon. I'll know more after I go watch this video, but we've been waiting for this for a while, so it's kind of exciting times. So anyhow, Chef, what are you going to do this weekend? Are you cooking? Whatever you're cooking, cook something that smells good, right? So I'm glad that you came and hung out with me today. It's always nice to have you here. But you guys take care of your business. Be good to yourself. Be happy. Definitely be blessed. And I hope to see you again soon. All right. Till then. See you later, guys. Bye.